Welcome back to my channel, Heather's Country Crochet and More. I'm Heather. If you are new here, we talk about crochet, knitting, some sewing, cross stitch, latch hook, dine yarn, just all things crafty. So, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Glad to have everybody. So I got a little bit to talk about today. Got my notes here, so hopefully I won't forget anything. We do have a winner for the giveaway from last podcast, and I will be announcing that at the end. So stay tuned for that so that if you are the winner, you won't miss out. But first, I have some news that I need to talk about. So, I originally had said that I was going to do some updates to my Etsy store, and I actually did do a little bit. I kind of restocked it for some of the hand-dyed yarns that was out of stock. However, I did not put the destash on there that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to tell you why. So I am in the creation of starting me a personal website for people to order stuff from me on, because Etsy, well, for one, Etsy's fees are just outrageous, and for two, I went on Etsy to try to put my my Christmas Advents pre-orders on there. Well, the way that Etsy is set up, I would have to wait basically until like August to put them out there, and I don't feel like that's enough time. Sorry, my nose was itching. But I don't feel like that's enough time to really give people, the time that they need to be able to place their orders. So, and also, with the destash, I mean, the way that I want to do it, it's just not, it's too complicated to try to do it on Etsy. So, that being said, I will be creating a website, and once I get the website up and rolling, most likely I will close my Etsy store altogether. So, yeah. But anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Advents, and tell y'all about them. So, I will be having, the Christmas, time, I'll say, because they're not going to be Christmas themed, but they're going to be Christmas time, yarn, Advent calendar, countdown to Christmas. So it will be 24 minis, and you'll have the option whether you want to get the full skein of yarn. Also, you can get it with or without. So they are going to be movie themed. So it'll be 24, or if you choose to get the the full skein, it'll be 25 different movies themed for the yarn. So the Advent calendars for Christmas time will be available soon. I will make a video as soon as I have gotten the website done so that people can start pre-ordering them, because there will be a limited number, so you will need to get them pretty quick if you want one. So yeah, so that takes care of all of the news that I wanted to tell you about. So I wanted to show, last week I showed where I had bought the Super Mario latch hook kit, and so I did start it. Here is the canvas. I only done one row so far, but that is what the canvas looks like anyway. So I didn't get very much done on it, but I did get it started. Also, I had got this little cross stitch thing. I think I picked it up at Hobby Lobby during the Hobby Lobby haul. I can't remember if I showed it on my Hobby Lobby haul video or not, but it says no one is too old for fairy tales. And everybody always tells me that I live in a fantasy world, so I guess because I love to do my hobbies, and some people just don't understand that. So they just don't know what they're missing. So I'm going to start that. I haven't started that yet, but I'm going to. Another thing. So this is like sort of a finished object. I am very excited about it because this is like a huge milestone for me, because this is a sewing project, and y'all, I can't really sew. I can't, okay? But I did this, and I was very, very proud of myself for doing it, because it actually turned out and looks decent. So I made this project bag, and it is just like just a small one, you know. It's not very big. I think it's like 11 by 14 or something. And it does have the spaces here to do a drawstring through it. I just have to get some rope, some like the cotton rope or whatever, to put in, and then this will be a totally completed project that will be usable. Y'all, I made a project bag. I cannot believe it. And it turned out. And it's awesome. I'm very, very proud of myself for this. Y'all just have no clue. So, I used a tutorial on YouTube that I found to make this. Otherwise, I would not have known what I was doing from Adam. So I'll link that tutorial below if y'all are interested. I have a half finished object. So my last podcast, I had showed where I had bought some self-striping yarn from the Cozy Knitter, and I wanted to try doing an afterthought heel for the very first time, because I have not done an afterthought heel. Let me get a sock blocker to show y'all this. Put it on a sock blocker for y'all. Because I'm very proud of this too. And it fits me really, really well. I really like it. So I may even start doing a lot of my socks like this. So here is my very first Afterthought heel sock with self-striping yarn from the Cozy Knitter. This was, I believe the name of it was Stormy Waters, something like that. But, yeah, I just did a plain vanilla sock, and here is an example of what I've done. I used the Crazy Sock Lady, her tutorial video on how to do the Afterthought heel. So I just knit the tube and completed the toe. I did both of them, and then I just cut in for the Afterthought heel. I have my markers in there, as you can see, to do the second sock. So yeah, but I'm really, really proud of the way that this turned out. I've already tried it on, and it fits my foot really nice. Actually, I think it probably fits my foot better than the heel flapping gusset socks do. So yeah, so I'm really proud of that. And then, oh, and I have those in my Cat and Moon project bag that I got from Blackbird Sycamore on Etsy. So yeah, and all I have left is to do the heel on the other sock, and it'll be done. I'll have a completed pair of socks. So that is that project. Oh, and I knit all of my socks, just in case you're curious. I knit all my socks on 2.25 millimeter 9-inch circulars, Chalgoos. So, let me just set that down there. And then, okay, okay, this is the next sock, and this one is a heel flapping gusset sock, but I am knitting this for my niece Sarah. Her name is Sarah, and I am knitting it using Lindsay over at Sock Witchery, her String of Lights pattern. And I'll link all of this stuff below in the description box for anybody who wants to know anything more. But these are also in my my Ravelry project pages also, if you're curious. But I'm knitting this sock. Is a size large, so 72 stitches. It is a knit crate yarn that I'm using, and the name of it is Afterglow. Here's what the yarn looks like, all caked up. So, I do have this in this project bag. It's called the Hunting Brothers, but it's just I'm just calling it the Supernatural project bag because it is supernatural themed, and Supernatural is like one of my very favorite TV shows. I watch it every single night to go to sleep. Sam and Dean are so awesome. I love them. So, but yeah, and I got this bag from Ramblin' Needles on Etsy. Okay, and then the next whip is another sock. And it is using the opal yarn that I showed on, I think, last podcast. I'm not sure. But it's one of the opal yarns. Let me see. It's one of the beauty collections. It's that one there. I do not have a clue what the name of it is. But yeah, I'm knitting these for myself. Another pair for myself. And I'm doing those the same way that I was doing the others. I'm just going to knit the tube and then cut in for the afterthought heel and do them that way. And then I have this project bag that I have that in, and it just has like sarcastic sayings all over it. And I also got this from Ramblin' Needles on Etsy, and it is very cute. I love it. It's perfect for socks. These down here. Let's see. Okay, so the next thing on the agenda is my progress on my Cozy Comfort Throw. So I have made quite a bit of progress since the last time. So the last time I had knit to here, and I have knit all of this since the last podcast that I showed this. I am into the 4th color of my magic ball or magic knot cake, of my minis that I had caked all up for this. And I have almost completed one full skein of the hand dyed that I'm holding it double with. So yeah, I've been working on it quite a bit. I've been taking it along with me on my knit dates on Thursdays, where I go and have coffee and knit with my friend Anna that I met through the Twin Stitches Designs Patreon group. And I'm very thankful that I met her. She is very awesome. I love her. We have a really good time together when we go and knit together and chit chat and everything. So the last whip that I am going to show is my Whitmore sweater. I'm going to show y'all. I have transferred it over to a larger or a longer cord, should I say. And I made a good bit of progress since the last time that I showed this also. So I finally finished the first chart, and I'm into the second chart of this. But you can see the pattern unfolding better now. It is so pretty. But y'all, I'm so ready to be through with these charts and just be doing like stockinette knitting. So I'm tired of doing the increases and all the yarn overs and make ones, and I love the pattern. I do. It just seems like it is taking me forever to knit the chart, and it's because I'm a newer knitter, and because, you know, I'm trying to really take my time and concentrate and have complete silence when I knit on this, because it is lace work. And with me being a newer knitter, if I mess up, I don't know how to fix it. So I'm really trying hard not to mess up, and so it's taking me longer to get the you know, the chart of the lacework part done. But once I finish, I have 3 more rows or rounds of the second chart to finish, and then there are, for the third part of the chart, basically the third section, there are 2 different charts that you're knitting from simultaneously. So at least for my size, I don't know if it's for every size or not, but for my size, so you will be, there's 7 more rounds for it. So once I finish those last 7 rounds of that last chart section, I'll be finished with the chart. I think that there's a little bit of chart for the sleeves once I start that, but that's okay, because I will have plenty of plain stockinette to knit for the bottom half of the sweater once I am done with those charts. So really hoping to get those finished hopefully within the next week, maybe, because I do have some new cast-ons that I want to get cast on to knit up, and I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, but let me get a sip of my coffee. My mouth is getting dry. I'm taking an antibiotic right now because I have an ear infection, and it's been making, it's this ear, it's been making my whole side of my throat hurt or whatever. So I'm taking an antibiotic. Okay, so this next section of my podcast is going to be acquisitions, but it's going to also have future knits like tied in with it, because to show some of the acquisitions, I have to go ahead and say what I'm going to be knitting with it, because that was the whole point in me buying the stuff, some of it anyway. So the first thing that I'm going to show though is this here. This was a pre-order that I had done with or from 3 by the Sea Designs, and this is the Off to See the Wizard sock set. It was a mystery sock set. It is on their Sanibel base, fingering, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. The full skein has 463 yards, 100 grams, and the mini skein is called Emerald City, and it's 92 yards, 20 grams. And that is so pretty. And along with it, they also sent a little thing here with this really cute little poppy stitch marker, and y'all, Wizard of Oz was like really popular when I was growing up, so I watched it a lot. Somewhere Over the Rainbow was like always in my head, but I remember the field of poppies in Wizard of Oz, and that is just so cute. And then it also came with some tea. And y'all, I have been so tempted to go ahead and drink this before this podcast. It has been very hard for me to wait until I had this podcast to show this stuff before drinking this, because I have wanted to try this since I got it, because it's a blend of green teas, and I really like green tea. So I want to try it so bad. Now I can. And then here's their card with their information, but they'll also be linked below. And then I don't want to take these out, but there's a few little light bulb stitch markers in there as well. The next thing is my Annie's Love to Knit Socks Kit Club. So here is the pattern this time. And y'all, I don't understand why But does that not look like a Christmassy sock to y'all? Okay, it's March. This should have been sent in December. But, okay. Now, the yarns are absolutely awesome. Rose Hill Yarns is the dyer for this pattern. So it comes with a 50-gram skein of this red color here. And let me see what the name. That's cranberry. And then it comes with 2 little mini skeins here. So the 50-gram skein is 231 yards. The mini skeins are 25 grams, so they're 115 yards. All 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Let's see. Okay, the green color is called dark leaf, and then the white is natural. And I am not going to lie to y'all, I'm probably not going to knit this pattern because it's a toe up sock for 1. And for 2, I don't really like the look of colorwork socks. I mean, some of them I do, but I don't know, I'm not feeling those. So I will most likely use this for a different kind of socks, like maybe my own kind of design or something, like a stripy, scrappy socks or something. I don't know, but anyway. Okay, okay, and the last thing that I bought that I'm going to show that doesn't have anything to do with the project right now are these 2 project bags. This one is coffee themed because I love coffee. And then this one is knit themed because I also love to knit. And so this is like sock size here. And then this one's a little bigger. You can see the difference. So this one's a little bigger. And they have like the handle on the side, and then there's an inside liner, and then this one has the handle on the side. I did not want the ones with pockets. I think she has the option. I know some people have the option where you can get the pockets on the insides. I didn't want the pockets on the insides. Let's see. Okay, now this is big. Okay, so first let me just say, so I have been wanting to try and knit Hoagie Locatelli's Lace and Fade Boxy. However, the kits of yarn for this pullover or whatever I've done some research. They're extremely expensive for my size. So what I done is I ordered some yarn from Knit Picks for it. And I created my own fade. For this sweater. And that is the colors that I'm going to use for it. Now, instead of using mohair, I did get this Surrey alpaca. I bought it from, I only needed 2 skeins. So I did not place a huge order from my original place that I buy my hand-dyed yarns or my undyed yarn from. I just bought this from Stick Chick on Etsy, and I dyed it myself because it was undyed when I bought it. And I dyed this in the color Platinum because I wanted something that would kind of like be lighter but still kind of like go in between these. I don't know. I wanted something that would look good with all of it. So, and gray's a neutral color. So that's what I went with. It was a light gray. And so yeah, I have never dyed this kind of yarn, and I've also never knit with it or crocheted. So I'm really hoping that I don't have any problems and I don't mess up, because I've heard that this is like really hard to like frog back if you mess up. So I'm gonna have to be very careful when I'm doing that also. And when I placed that order on Knit Picks for those colors, these were on sale. They were like going out of stock with them or whatever. So I went ahead and bought these, and it is the Felici, Knit Picks Felici sock yarn, finger and weight, basically. They're 50 grams a piece, 218 yards, 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. And the color of this, y'all, is the reason why, the name is the reason why I bought this. Also because it was on sale. But I thought it was hilarious. It is called White Russian. So I just felt like I had to have that. It does not look like a White Russian, however, because I have drank White Russians, and that is not what a White Russian looks like. There is no blue or pink in a White Russian. There's really, I mean, I guess there's like a tan color to a White Russian, but there's not any yellow, blue, or pink. So, but it's still cute. It'll make a cute pair of socks. It kind of looks like that might be self-strapping yarn. So, I don't know. But anyway, it's cute. So the next thing is I also plan to try and knit the Sand and Ocean cardigan by Julie at Twin Stitches Designs. And so I did, okay, it calls for DK weight yarn. And I didn't want to spend a lot of money, okay? And I already had some undyed DK weight yarn in my cabinet over here. So I went to the DK stash that I had, and I picked a color, which is this, for, so if you'll look right here, it's like two-toned. You got a little bit down here and then up here. So I picked this color to go on this bottom half, and this is my one of my Yarnable subscription yarns. This is the Life is Gouda. I can't remember what month that was that it came, but so I picked that, and then the undyed that I had, I dyed in this color here. And y'all, I that did not wind up good when or hank up good when I twisted it up, but it'll be okay because I'm just going to wind it up into a cake anyway. But this color here is called Tornado Gray, and it's like a blue-gray kind of tonal, and I just thought that would look really good together. So I'm going to use that for the cardigan. Now, there are two more. Also, these are also by Julie at Twin Stitches Designs. Her everyday tee. That is so cute to me. and the olive branch tee, which is also very cute to me. So most likely I'm going to use some of the, it calls for finger and weight yarn for both of those. So most likely I'm going to use some of the yarn that I got from my Hobby Lobby clearance. Some of that hand-dyed yarn. I just haven't decided on what colors yet. So, so once I do, you know, I'll let y'all know what I decide for those. Okay, so that is all that I have for today. So let's talk about the giveaway for last week's podcast. Okay, so as y'all know, last week's podcast, I said that I was going to give away this that had came in my Yarnable subscription because I have very sensitive skin, so I can't use a lot of stuff. And then I was going to let the yarn be a surprise. So here is the yarn that I'm going to be including in this giveaway. And it's going to be 2 packs of this Nubu yarn from Lion Brand. Yeah, Lion Brand. So 2 packs of this. And this here. And the winner for this is Shirley Bovey. So what you had to do to win this was leave a comment on the podcast video and you would be entered into the drawing to win. So Shirley Bovey, I hope I'm saying that right and not butchering it. But she is the winner. So please send me an email and let me know your shipping information so I can get that out into the mail for you. Now, I am aware that I was not very clear last podcast about the giveaway. So I plan to start trying to do just like a little small giveaway on my podcast videos. It'll help me do a little bit of destashing, you know, because y'all, I just have so much that is just sitting here and I'm never going to get around to using it. So I want to share the love. So, in order to be entered into the giveaways, you know, basic giveaway rules apply. You know, you have to be 18. You have to be subscribed to my channel. I'd really appreciate a like and a share if you can. You know, and you'll have to leave a comment of my choosing, depending on whatever I want you to say, in the comments below the specific podcast videos. You know, I'm not actually putting anything in like the description box or anything about the giveaways in the videos because I don't want a bunch of spammers like, you know, commenting on my stuff or anything. So that's why they're just kind of like hush giveaways. But yeah, I'm gonna be hopefully, you know, trying to do these roughly every podcast, something small. So for this podcast video, oh, and they're worldwide, you know, I'll ship anywhere, whatever. So for these little giveaways like this, because I mean, of course shipping is expensive, but you know, when it's small stuff, that it's not outrageous. So for this week's giveaway, I am going to be giving away this pack of 100% Irish wool yarn. It is a worsted weight yarn. And this set of crochet hooks from We Crochet. So, yeah. So make sure to leave a comment to be entered for this giveaway. What do I want you to comment? I don't know. see. I should have thought about this beforehand, I guess. Okay, well, just leave me a comment. Something nice. And that'll be it. So, all right. Well, that is everything for this podcast. So, until next time, happy crafting. Bye, y'all.